Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We got some stuff to do today. It looks like Midna's gonna start with our little rant here. So Ganondorf was just using Zan to help him return to the world of light. I guess now we know the true nature of that barrier over Hyrule Castle. He's in Hyrule Castle, I'm sure of it. Zelda's in grave danger even though she should be dead. We must return to the world of light and hurry to the castle. Yeah, that's not at all what we're gonna do today. So, today I would like to start the Cave of Ordeals, but there is a few minor things that we're gonna do before we go do that. The first of which, well, actually no, because we can't, I forgot, no, never mind. I was gonna say we're gonna go turn in all the post holes, but I kind of forgot about the fact that the last post holes are in the Cave of Ordeals, which means we really don't have much to do before Cave of Ordeals. And by that, I mean there isn't anything other than stocking supplies for it. So I guess we're gonna go do that real quick. I don't know why I'm yawning. It's 10 a.m. So the main thing that I want to get is blue potions. If you've played Zelda before, then you probably know that blue potions are typically your strongest level of potion in the game that are usually a full heal. In games that have the magic meter, they would normally restore that too. But we don't really have to worry about that in this game since there is no magic meter in Twilight Princess other than on the back of the cover of the game. At least for the Wii version, I assume for the Gamecube version also. And it's nighttime, so Malamart's not going to be open right now, so I'll just be back during the day. Alright, after cutting grass for a few minutes, it's finally the morning once again, and we can go into Malomart. So yeah, the main thing I'm here to buy is just some blue potions. So let's empty our bottles of other stuff, which I think this is some, oh, this is a soup. Okay, so let's get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of the lantern oil, which is that empty now? Yeah, it is. Okay, and then we have one fairy, so we're gonna get rid of that too. We already have, our fourth bottle has some Great Fairies tears, which are actually better than the blue potion because they actually also buff Link's attack power for a little bit. So we're gonna go on ahead and buy 3 blue potions because the thing with the Cave of Ordeals is it doesn't have any way to heal. And if you're doing this in hero mode, you're definitely gonna want to be doing this kind of stuff where you just have as much healing as you can get. I don't want that. I would like arrows, because we need about 20 more, so we'll just spend all the way up. This last one's kind of worthless for us. I'm actually also going to buy a few bomblings, which, how many was that? Was that 10? Okay, good. So yeah, now that we've got our supplies, we'll be good, because bomblings are actually going to be fairly decent in the Cave of Ordeals. I'm going to want the claw shots equipped and the ball and chain. These are going to be my main items for the Cave of Ordeals, because here's the thing. No ammo restocks, no health refills, so any consumables you cannot get back throughout the duration of the Cave of Ordeals, so you're going to want to preserve those as much as possible. I've mentioned multiple times throughout the game, this is Twilight Princess's take on the Shadow Labyrinth, or I guess Trial of the Sword. What's the tower in Link Between Worlds called? Tower of Hera, but in Lorule, that one. The same kind of thing. It's just a big combat gauntlet, and we just got to get to the bottom of it, which in this game, there's not really much reason to, honestly. I'm kind of just doing it because it's cool. I mean, I do like the Cave of Ordeals. I think it's fun. It's an enjoyable place, but there's not really much of a reward from it. Like in Wind Waker, we got both the Heart Piece and the Triforce Shard. or is it the magic armor in the HD version? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. And then, you know, Link Between Worlds, you can get the strongest item upgrades in the game from those, of course. No sarcasm there at all. But yeah, I think this is 50 floors. We are going to just go through the whole thing. It starts out simple enough, and then the final couple of floors are definitely going to give you quite the challenge, for sure. But yeah, like for keys and stuff, hook shots or claw shots are probably going to be one of your best bets for them. Everything else, you know, just use the sword. The ball and chain is going to have its uses on a lot of enemies here, specifically redeads. But are we going to have to wait like every single floor? But yeah, I am going to split the Cave of Ordeals here into 2 separate videos, just because it is quite lengthy. And will this reach, or am I going to be cutting you down with an arrow? Come on. Link's like a big truck in this game, so I got to be careful. Come on. No? Still no. There we go. Okay. Yeah, if there's anything on the ceiling, it's probably best to just shoot it down before you even enter the room if you can. I would say, you know, you could use your bow to just pick off enemies from this ledge up above. But, you know, you only have so many arrows to work with. Now, you will be picking up a ton of rupees in this place. That is definitely one thing to keep note of, is the amount of money you'll be getting here. And you'll want to use this to your advantage, because this is our, like, final challenge of the game. Other than, you know, going to Hyrule Castle and defeating Ganondorf, but that's not going to be too hard. So you'll want to put your money to use here with the magic armor. This is going to be the one time in the game that thing is actually semi-useful. So I'd recommend using it in some of the final floors so that you're not getting absolutely demolished. But yeah, you know, this is our first rodeo doing this kind of thing. Just gotta not get shot in the back. The archers are definitely some of the more annoying enemies, especially if you were playing on hero mode. But you know, we're not playing hero mode because I didn't want to. But yeah, these guys. Okay, so these little like sludge guys, these are a good enemy to use your bow on, because you can just pick them off from the ceiling. Actually, I think the claw shot might work too. Does the claw shot one-shot them? It does. Okay, so don't even waste your arrows on them. Oh, the bow doesn't even one-shot them. Okay. I thought I was killing them with that. Or was I? No, I think I was. It's just there's more on the floor. Okay. So yeah, we'll just go on ahead, take these guys out. Pick up your money. That drops. Where's the door? It's over here. Okay. Not the most visually interesting area, though, I have to admit. But if you are playing Twilight Princess HD, there is going to be a second version of the Cave of Ordeals called the Cave of Shadows that you complete as Wolf Link. I just don't really have much interest in doing it. I'm not going to rule it out, though. I might do it for a bonus video just to help me out in the Breath of the Wild Let's Play a little bit. Because you can get Wolf Link in that game with the Wolf Link amiibo. But I already have like data saved to my Wolf Link amiibo that has all the hearts and stuff. But you know, I might show it for a bonus video at some point. But it's just like, it's like a lot of extra content that's added in these like later re-release ports where it's not very good. It's okay, but it's nothing necessary, or you're not really missing out on much by not playing it. I mean, you could say that about the Cave of Ordeals. You're not really missing much by not doing it in the base game, but take you guys out. Oh yeah, you only have the Great Spin at full health, don't you? Yeah, we'll get rid of the Tektites and just keep moving through. All right, just bong your head into the wall, Link. Where are these? Oh, we got some Dino folks. All right, but I'm gonna take care of the archers first because they're always more of a pain in the butt. Ow. Can I lock onto this guy? I would love to do a jump attack on him, but I guess not. Come here. Alright, this is a good spot. Got the archer in my grasp, too. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting pretty far into this, like, I really don't think you'll take tons and tons of damage as long as you're fairly decent at the combat for a while. But it's time to find out how YouTube's gonna like this. Well, I guess I'm not gonna find out for another couple weeks, but the Great Fairy of Twilight Princess, hello. I'm probably gonna have this on the thumbnail too. At least for one of the parts of this. Welcome, hero, to the Cave of Ordeals. I am the Great Fairy. I reign over all fairies of this realm as their queen. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies to Ordon Spring. From this point on, you will have need of the ancient power that allows one to walk along a cliff without a single foothold. If you want to give up the fight for now and go re-equip yourself, I can return you to the surface. Just speak to me. So yeah, you can leave at these floors, but now you'll have great fairies, or not great fairies, but just fairies appearing at the Ordon Spring. Throughout the dungeon, we're going to find a couple of great fairies, and they're pretty much going to do the same thing. They're going to release more fairies to some sort of spring, so it is not very helpful in the slightest, if I'm being honest, considering where we are in the game. If you did this a little earlier on, yeah, maybe it could be kind of helpful, because, you know, you can technically do the entirety of Cave. Well, no, you can't do it past this point, I guess, until after you complete Arbiter's Grounds, because I do think you have to use the spinner to get into that hole, it looks like. Unless there's a... Yeah, you have to use the spinner, so they do kind of item gate you in here a little bit, which is why it's probably just best to come here at the very end of the game if you want to actually complete it all in one go. Let's take out some chews, I guess. Which, you know, these chews can be kind of helpful because they're free heals within the dungeon. If you scoop them up, you can put them in your bottles, and, you know, you got free red potion. But I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Is there any other... Nope, okay. Door's just taking quite a while. Alright. That's fun and all. Oh yeah, we have these guys. I think there's some way to kill these guys without using the claw shot, but I'm just gonna use the claw shot because that's the way I know how to kill them, at least really easily. Alright. Bonk. Yeah, I think you see just about every enemy in the game in here, probably. Which, I mean, the end of this is just gonna be you fighting a bunch of dark nuts, kind of like the Shadow... Not... Savage Labyrinth. Yeah. Man, I'm getting all my places confused. And then we got these guys. We got some funny guys. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the ball and chain, I think. There we go. Okay, I'm actually taking quite a few hits from them, but yeah, the ball and chain is just fun to use in here. Just whirl it around, slam it into enemies. It's just a good time. Hard not to like the ball and chain in this place. Hello. Who wants a beating? There we go. Yeah, I mean, considering how many health refills I have and we have all the hearts, I think the last... I mean, I've only done this one other time when I played the game like a year and a half ago. The time I did it then, I think I did it with 18 hearts because I was just trying to do everything without a guide, and I still hadn't found all the heart pieces. And I think I used 2 of my potions. The very end is just... it's tough. I won't lie. It's pretty tough. Oh, here's our first Poe. All right. You could also swap to Wolf Link occasionally in here to make fighting some of these things easier if you find that helpful by doing stuff like this. Obviously, we need to beat him to kill the Poe, so... there is Poe number 58. Only 2 more to go. And then we're done. Which I will hopefully be showing Giovanni next time. Alright, can I kill this guy? Please be the last dog. All the bone dogs. I think we're good. Yep. Alright, what do we got next? Oh, levers! Yeah, I'm just gonna... do that. I think you can use the spinner to kill these guys as well pretty easily, but I like to just use the sword. But this is your best chance to use stuff like the spinner and the ball and chain and whatnot. There we go. There's all my Chew friends. Feels like fighting the manta ray thing in Mario Sunshine a little bit. I was replaying Mario Sunshine not too long ago. Like 2 months ago, I guess. Towards the end of summer. Alright, come on. Man, this cave, or this floor is like semi-annoying. Will this work? No. Just doesn't have the spin power to really do anything to them. There we go. Alright. 2 larger ones. Chews in this game are just so weird. I'll never get over it. I mean, maybe it's because they don't have their, like, bee eyes or whatever like they do in, like, Wind Waker or Breath of the Wild. Come on. Yeah. Alright. The most riveting gameplay in the entire game right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty much mostly a sword and board kind of guy for most of these enemy encounters, if you haven't noticed. Although I feel like I use the items the most in like Wind Waker, just because I've always found that game to have a really good use of items in combat. I think we're 20 floors in now. I think one of the Great Fairies shows up every 10, I want to say. I'm impressed that you made it this far, hero. In praise of your efforts thus far, I will release fairies into the Pharaon Spring. I guess I can kind of see how this is maybe, like, building on their design in Wind Waker, but, like, trying to turn it into a more realistic-looking one, but... I don't know. I just find the Great Fairies in this game quite odd. I mean, they're odd in a lot of Zelda games, don't get me wrong there, but... Oh, okay. Thought this was one of the ice spitting guys. I was like, wow, that was fast. Alright, there we go. Excuse me, guys. But, no, we're good. We're good for now. They will show up in here. That's why I said that. But yeah, I mean, I guess this is your ball and chain blocker. I don't think... There's probably something that requires you to use the double claw shots or something. I'm being honest, and I think about it a little more. Oh, right. These guys. Just wanna... There we go. Alright. I was like, what the heck is slowing me down so much? But, yeah, I forgot about that. Ugh. Those enemies are so annoying. Okay. Yeah, see, we've already gotten like 300 rupees just from like enemy drops. Which is gonna really help with magic armor. I don't know if I ever put it on, but it does drain the rupees like really quickly. So we'll be dealing with that. Hey guys! It's probably a good floor to use the spinner on. Just like spin right through all of them, but is that all of them? I think so, yeah. Alright. Yeah, my goal is to get through like the first 30 floors today. Oh, here we go. So yeah, this is where the ball and chain is gonna come in handy. On the run back, takes them out. It's really good. It's real nice. Yeah. Ball and chain, my beloved. Take out those re-deads. Oh man. Yeah, instead of getting screamed at this entire floor, you can just take them out like that. You take a lot less damage. It's kind of nice. Hello. We got multiple archers in here. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. And kind of just knock you off from here. I guess not. All right. How did I miss that? There we go. Much better. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't know when I'm really gonna use the arrows. I mean, if we're like halfway through almost, then I guess it might not be a bad idea to use arrows soon. Oh, it's just Stalfos. Okay. Forget, can the ball and chain just take Stalfos out entirely? Yes, it can. Okay, I don't need to use bombs for that. Neat. Alright, well, we'll get out of here. And, oh, Skulltulas. Hello. I'm not even gonna whip out the boomerangs, I'll just knock them down from here with this. Alright, Bubbles and Skulltulas, I mean, you know, we kind of had Skulltulas earlier on. It's not that big of a deal. If I can ever hit the Skulltulas at least. There we go. Just keep thrusting, Link. Do it. Okay. 13 and a half hearts. Okay. I like to get the potions out like once I'm at around 5 hearts, because you don't want to get like locked into a bunch of enemies. I mean, it's kind of hard to lose 5 hearts in these floors that quickly. But if you're playing on like the Wii U gamepad and you're not pausing to pull out the items, that's the one scenario that not pausing is like kind of a detriment to me. All right, I need to finish him. Okay, that, I didn't really think that through. All right, let's get all these guys killed real quick. Did I already kill the Skull Dinophos? All right. When did we even see the red ones? I feel like if we have, I mean, like they're definitely somewhere in the game. I don't remember where. But here we go. Wait, did I hear another one? No. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't see any more. I thought. All right, what do we got here? More Bubbles. Stalfos. Much better. Bye-bye. Okay. Just a few more Bubbles. Which I know something one-shots these guys. I just don't remember what it is. Okay. Come here. Finishing off a bubble is not the brightest idea. I didn't really intend to do that. I just kind of wanted to do a jump attack. Oh, wow. We're already at the next Great Fairy. Okay. Because this is probably like 30 floors in. Hello, Great Fairy. I'm impressed that you made it this far. Praise your efforts, I will release them into the Elden Spring. Oh yeah, because there's Ordon, Pharaon, Elden, and Linearu, I guess. Alright. Let me double check something then before I just end it off. All right, yeah. After double checking a few things, I think that this will be where I end this video. So I will see you guys next time, where we'll take on floors 31 through 50 of the Cave of Ordeals, get our final pose, and free Giovanni to finish everything before Hyrule Castle. So I'll see you then. Bye-bye.